Hello and welcome to another Gundam custom session. Today I've seen in one of the posts of a member within a Facebook group, which is G Club UK, that he was having trouble with painting Gundams. Paint was going on too thick, getting lumps in the paint and things like that. Now, when it comes to painting Gundams, I tend to use airbrush. Reason for this is the paint dries thinner, you get a much better quality finish on the paint itself. Some of the products I use, which I'm going to be using with my current whip, which is my work in progress of the Perfect Grade Gundam RX-78 GP01 FB. So for this, for the armour parts, or the outer skeleton, I use Tamiya. I've had no issues with Tamiya, been a cracking paint, especially going through an airbrush. Depending on the airbrush, you may need to thin it, but apart from that, for my airbrush, which is an Iwata Revolution CR, I can put the paint straight in and it'll go straight through the nozzle. No issues there. So like I said, I'll use that for the armour or the outer skeleton of the Gundam. Before all this, obviously, I do surface. I do a prime. For the prime, I use Valero. I've found it to be a very good primer, and depending on what colour scheme I go, I'll mix it up a little bit. So if I'm doing a red, I'll go a light red primer followed by dark highlights, which you'll see in more future videos as I produce them. The other paint I use is the Alclad. And reason for this is it's a really good paint for the frame of a Gundam, or the skeleton. Dries really thin, and basically then when you're moving the joints or putting into different poses, it doesn't flake away. As you can see, I've got my Master Grade Exia here, which was completely custom painted and completed a couple of months ago. And what I'll do is I'll add some photos and to the end of the video for you all to see from different angles, different poses and things like that. So you can see the kind of finishes that you get compared to, let's say, brushing with a brush. The other bonus to, say, Alclad is the quality of the finish, and I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it on the camera. There will be some photos of that as well, but that basically was how I set up for a gunmetal finish, which will look like that. I'm sorry if the camera's not focusing properly, it is on video. But yeah, so general terms of products, Valero primers and paints I've also heard are very good, and Tamiya's I've had no issues with, and I don't know if anyone else has. If you have, please post and give us your feedback. Alclad's again, very good paint and dries really thin. The only thing I'd say with the Alclads is I always do the Alclad clear coat, sorry, not clear coat, gloss black coat first, which is an enamel based sort of paint. The Tamiya's are acrylic that I use, and Valero's acrylic again. Alclads are cellulose, the actual paints, and like I said, really thin drying paint, leaves a really nice metal shine or metal look to what you're doing. So I hope this helps people out with what products to buy. For anyone who's looking to get into an airbrushing, it's dead easy to set yourself up. You can simply buy a cheap compressor, or well, I wouldn't say cheap compressor, but a fairly decent compressor at a reasonable price. And the same again with the airbrushes, decent airbrush, decent prices. I didn't have my Iwata at first. I started off with a Bongstad airbrush. I found with that one I had to thin the paints a little bit, but most of the Gundam Exia was done with my old airbrush. There was only a few little bits that were finished off. So, like I said, it's all about what you prefer at the end of the day. I mean, some people do prefer to paint with a paintbrush. I prefer airbrushing. Like I said, I think the quality is much better in the finish, and it's the way everything seems to be going. So, on that note, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be posting some more videos of my current work in progress, like I said, which is the Perfect Grade GP01FB, and basically what I do is I tend to do a render of what I'm going to do, so that's how he's going to look. He's not going to go in standard colour, he's going to go like a jet colour. Parts broken down to boxes. I'd say other things to use would be, these are really handy, little crocodile clips on skewers. So you can cut everything away from the sprues, pin them on, and as you're painting, hey presto, you're not leaving any nub marks or anything like that are unpainted, that you have to then finish off later on with an airbrush, which if you're using alclads can be a bit awkward, because there's different in the quality of the paint between the alclads and normal acrylics and enamels. But for now, that is all I'm going to say, and I hope you all enjoyed the video. Only my second video, believe it or not, and I hope you look forward to my future videos and tutorials. So many thanks all, and hope to see you all again soon. Bye.